Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. Been kind of busy. We're into spring weather now, and I think we're sitting at about 58 degrees. We're supposed to get up to, I think, 60 today. A little cool, but I'll take it. A lot of things been going on, so we've had to just kind of step away from YouTube for a while and just focus on day-to-day stuff. As many of you that follow that know us outside of YouTube know that I lost my job about a month ago, so we kind of knew it was been coming, so we were trying to get those things worked out and figured out, but it is what it is. It just puts money tight, so it puts projects on hold that we need money for. Plus we've had the Brimson Complex fires up here, both the Camp House and Jenkins, so I was busy with that with the fire department for about a week, so that took some time out. We just been focusing on family, spending time with grandkids, figuring out what we're going to do, what our next steps are, whether I'm going to go back into IT realm or if I'm going to look at doing something completely different. IT marketplace right now is for jobs is not real good, especially for our area. There isn't much here, so don't know what we're going to do. When you compete against remote jobs, when you're working for remote, you're, instead of competing against, maybe 20 local candidates, 50 local candidates, you're competing against hundreds, if not, 1,000. So it's a little tougher to marketplace, a little tougher competition. So anyhow, that's kind of what's been going on. We've just been focusing on family, focusing on our finances, trying to just keep ourselves going in the right direction with everything that's going on and came about. So, but we've got some work to get done. Both need firewood for next winter. Get started prepped on that. I want to get that done early this year. And then we got a lot of wind damage with the storms that have come through. The more wind than the storms, really. It's just we've had unusually above average winds over the last 6 to 9 months. So there's been a lot of that going on. But I'm going to take you out, kind of show you where one of the areas we're working on. We have a trail that goes out to the state forest, which gets us out into the Superior National Forest from our property. So, but I'll take you out there and kind of show you what we're working on. I got the chainsaw going again. For you as remember, last fall, we struggled with my old McCullough chainsaw. And the thing is, I don't know, what is it? Got to be going on 20 plus years, 25 years, I would say, if not close to 30 years now. And it's been just problematic. It gets warm, it starts off. It is running beautiful. And what we ended up doing was we ended up replacing the carb on it, put a whole new carb kit on, or a whole new replacement carburetor, all new fuel lines, fuel filter, oil sump well line for the oiler for the bar. Got all new 2 hoses on that, new gaskets for that. So it's been running beautiful. I did a little bit of work this morning without filming, but I'll take you out there and show you what we got. All right, guys, just kind of show you where we're at. This is woodshed right up there, house is there, but we got a trail that comes down here. We actually got a couple trails, but this one is a shortcut from the house. It comes around. I got this pile of brush of all the branches that I delimbed this morning, but there was a couple trees already down here, but you can see this is all windfall from the winds this year. I mean, we just had a lot. I'll take you a little better show here, take you down where I was cutting, but I got those cut up. They're about 13 foot lengths, 13 foot lengths, just so I can get them out with the loader later. But you can see how everything's just laying over here, toppled, and want to get it cleaned up. As it's our, like I said, it's our path. I'll kind of show you the rest of the path here, but yeah, we got all these trees. Some of these were down last year, but there's some good ones here that need to be cleaned up and cleaned out, but it's kind of hard to see if I can show you where the tree. But this clearing here between these trees, that goes off into state land, and then on the far side of those tree lines there, that's where the start of the Superior National Forest is. On this section, we get over another 40 acre, across this first 40 and over that way, and it actually is Superior National over there. But yeah, so I got to get this cleaned up, and that's kind of my task for this weekend, in this upcoming week, is just to kind of work on this stuff, get it all cleaned up so that we can get our path done and get the loader down here and clean it up a little bit more, smooth it out, get a good walking trail again. We want to keep it so it's enough that we can mow and keep it walk so we can get out into the state forest land when we want to go out and just go for a hike. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we're working on. I don't know if you can hear the howling that's coming from that way. They're quieting down. That's our dog. That's the dogs next door, the neighbors. Not wolves like many think, but neighbors are have dog sled teams, and so their dogs like to make some noise from time to time. I love hearing it. I love the howling. It doesn't bother me one bit that they make noise, and we don't hear it that often anyways, just when they get all excited. But I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to bring you along. Hi guys, I thought I'd update. Got that pile of logs ready to go. I got the path cleared out. Started working on these trees over here. Getting these starting to trim up so I can get these out of the way altogether. But as you can see, they go way down there. So those are, I don't know if you can see the section, but from there to there is 13 feet to here, 26 roughly. So you can see that that tree is, you know, probably close to a 45-50 foot long pine. So, but yeah, you got more now that I can walk down here a little bit more. I still have that pine to cut up, but I'll kind of take you and show you here as long as we're down this way what our path looks like when we walk out. When we moved up here 4 years ago, this was pretty much down to nothing. There was a few trees, but it was pretty wide open. Now you can't see very far because the trees are starting to grow up just in the last 4 years. I think it was logged probably 6-7 years ago. So it's only been 5, maybe 6-7 years the most. But this is state forest land right here that we're standing on. So it's kind of a nice little area to come hike. There's blueberries out here in the spring. They're just starting to open up. They're not even budding yet. Or they're just starting to get buds on the branches, so there's not even any flowering yet, but there's a lot of other stuff coming out here. It's just kind of nice to see, and there's a lot of cherry. You can kind of see, let me walk over here. You can see the blossoms, maybe. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, I guess. I see them, but... So these are cherry. I forget the exact, if they're not pin cherry, but there's another name. But, yeah. And you can tell it's a busy weekend because you can hear lots of four-wheelers and side-by-sides going down the road. But that's going to be it for today. I'm a little tuckered out. I'm by myself, and moving those logs. And I'm sure somebody's already thought about, asked a question in their head. Why am I not using a loader? Well, loader needs an alternator, which is on order, not supposed to come for another week yet. And so the old one is out and broke. So I'm not able to run the loader. So that's why I'm just kind of piling the logs when I can come up here with the grapple, or should I come over here with the grapple and get everything picked up. But yeah, beautiful day. Wind picked up a little bit, but that's okay. It keeps the bugs away. But I got a lot of work to do down just in this area here. I mean, this will be quite a bit of wood, and I haven't decided if we're going to use. We're kind of teasing of a possible project that, we've toyed with building a small log cabin for like a guest cabin, just a dry cabin. And these logs might be about the right size, maybe a little bit a couple of them are small, some of them are a little bigger than I really want, but we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to build the traditional, but I won't go into too much details till we decide what we're going to do and where we're going to do it. These just might be firewood, because I'd like to go more of like a 16-foot log, but we'll see how we go. These are 13, because the reason I cut them at that is because I got to fit between those trees here with the loader, and if I got them any longer than that, I won't get them out. So these might just be firewood, but we'll see. So I'll be back out here tomorrow and I'll show you some more progress. Hi guys, it's another day. I've started a little bit. I didn't film. I've been working for a few hours, but that's the pile of logs I got stacked up here. I started working down here, but as you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but it drops off down there. So I got a couple of them cut, but I'm going to have to get down there with the loader to get them out. They're just too big to lift. And then got most of this cleared up. I got a couple logs right there that are too big to lift to get out of there. But I trimmed up all this stuff that was down here. It's good and clean. So I made some good progress. I got a few more logs over here that I'm just going to grab with the loader. That stuff over there is all dead stuff. It's been down for a while. I should have got it a couple years ago, but it is what it is. It's rotted now. But I didn't have, now that I got the loader, I can get in there, but you can see that one on the edge of it. Actually, let me see if I can get a little closer. The ants have been in that one. You can see all the channels from them. That's what weakened this. They got into the trunk and it snapped and went over in the wind, but it's full of rot. But there's some good wood in here I can use. And the other end it's really good, so we'll see how much you can get out of it. Got a pile of brush. But I'm pretty much, I think, done. Jody's in town getting some more 2-cycle mix for the chainsaw. I'm out of gas. A battery for my little pruners, which I use for delimbing everything. is being charged, so I'm kind of at a stopping point. So probably going to stop for today. Maybe I'll come out a little bit later, cools off. Maybe the flies won't be so bad. The flies are starting to pick up now, and they tend to get in your ears, your eyes, and they're a pain in the butt, even with spray. But I just wanted to give you guys an update, show you where things are at, and I'll do a little filming later. Well, guys, I thought I'd just share real quick. I think we're going to close out this video, but I got all the logs brought up. We still got more. You know, I'm up by the woodshed, but that stuff down there is still down there. There's still more to do, but I wanted to get some of this stuff up here so that we can start getting it into the woodshed and split and cut so it can dry out a little bit more. But so this is all going to be firewood, at least of this stuff. And then we'll probably just do another video when we start doing that. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.